All right, free NFL picks for the preseason here on Saturday, August 17th. Tony T, our NFL preseason pick show here for Saturday's action features all 13 games. Before we get into just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free NFL picks updated all season long, free picks from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. Guys, give us that like, that thumbs up on this video. It really helps our channel, helps us build up our audience. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top performers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. Top performers like Brandon check for the year. You can see here, Marlboro doing great. Nick up there as well. Joseph Schultz has been hot here the last 30 days. Ben the last 7 days. So is Ramon. Big day for Ron. Click the links, get signed up to long-term passes. Latest sprint picks here, center of the page. Tabs for best bets, our multi-pack, and more. Remember, our one-day passes are profit guarantee, meaning the most sure profit. With the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Promo code TonyT at checkout saves you 20% off. The link to our site is in the description. Next level service is executive service for those big bankroll bettors. We give you picks throughout the betting cycle to ensure you get the plays, to help you get the best numbers. We actually as well rate the plays. Call or text 323-607-0203. Again, for the big bettors, if you bet $500 or more per game, this would be in your price range. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one started. Falcons and Ravens NFL pick here for Saturday. Atlanta comes off a 20-13 road defeat at Miami. Rookie Michael Penix, a pretty good showing here, 9 of 16 for 104 yards. Taylor Heineke was ineffective. Just 2 of 17 conversions on third down. They finished with 226 yards, and they allowed 265 yards to the Dolphins. Baltimore, they fell 16-13 at home to Philadelphia. Josh Johnson, the veteran, backup, 4 of 12 for 62 yards. Devin Leary just 6 of 10 for 37 yards. Ravens finished with 11 first downs for the game, 2 of 12 on third down, finishing with 164 yards. Baltimore allowed 259 yards to the Eagles, 146 rushing yards, just under 4 yards a carry. Lamar Jackson will sit, as will the rest of the starters. Josh Johnson, Devin Leary, and Emory Jones will get a look here. Michael Penix is expected to see bulk of the action here for Atlanta. Behind him are Taylor Heineke and John Paddock. We'll give the edge at quarterback to the Falcons here. They may surround Penix again with some starters, so we'll take Atlanta here +1. Giants at Texans NFL pick here for action on Saturday. All right, New York comes off a 13-3 home victory to Detroit in the opener. Tommy DeVito, 8 of 15, 92 yards. Drew Lock just 4 of 10 passes, but had 95 yards and a pick. They did run the ball effectively, 155 yards, running for 5.7 yards a carry, and held the Lions just 220 yards for the game and got off the field well on third down. Houston defeated Pittsburgh 20-10 on the road. C.J. Stroud saw limited work, 41 yards passing, a touchdown. Davis Mills, the veteran here, 8 of 13 for 89 yards. Case Keenum and Tim Boyle saw limited work. Houston did give up 344 yards to the Steelers, but only 2 of 9 conversions on third down. Houston coach Ryan stated to the media that he will play starters in their third preseason battle. So there's a battle here for the backup as well between Davis Mills and Case Keenum competing. Tim Boyle also on the roster. Daniel Jones expected to see some action. Drew Lock banged up, and Tommy DeVito may see the bulk here. Ryan's 3-1 to the spread in the preseason. That would have been 4-1 if they would have allowed him to continue playing in the Hall of Fame game. Remember, they were up big against the Bears. The Texans defense and the backup QB battle. The key here, play Houston -2.5. Bengals and the Bears NFL pick for Saturday. Cincinnati drops a 17-14 decision at home to Tampa Bay. Joe Burrow went 5 of 7, 51 yards and a touchdown. Jake Browning, 10 of 18, 52 yards. Logan Woodside, 8 of 12 for 149 yards and a touchdown. They did rush for only 36 yards. Cincinnati gave up 290 yards to Tampa Bay with 254 passing, 136 on the ground. Chicago comes off a win against Buffalo soundly here, 33-6 on the road. Caleb Williams in his debut went 4 of 7 for 95 yards. Tyson Bagent, the backup, 5 of 8 for 47 yards. Austin Reed and Brett Rippon combined for 6 passes. The Bears rushed for 141 yards, 4.7 yards a carry. The defense held the Bills to only 200 yards, 3.1 yards per play. Both teams were head-to-head in joint practices this week. Starters will sit for Cincinnati. Backup Jake Browning is banged up. The healthy option quarterback Logan Woodside and Rocky Lombardi. Chicago will play Caleb Williams and starters here briefly. Behind Williams are Tyson Bagent, Brett Rippon, and Austin Reed. Bengals quarterback situation concerning. There is some familiarity with the defenses here as they've gone through joint practices. Placing standing Chicago under 36.5. Lions and the Chiefs. NFL pick here for Saturday. Detroit drops a 14-3 road decision to the Giants in the opener. Nate Sudfeld, 13-24 passing for 96 yards and an interception. Hendon Hooker saw work, 5-9 passing, 36 yards. Detroit finished with 228 yards, went 5-17 on third down defensively. Now the Giants at 250 yards, just 2 of 11 conversions on third down. But Detroit gave up a lot of rushing yards, 155 yards, 5.7 yards a carry. KC lost to Jacksonville, 26-13 on the road. Patrick Mahomes saw limited work, just 3 of 4 passing for 27 yards. Carson Wentz, 4 of 4 for 26 yards. Chris Oladokun and Ian Book combined for 15 of 19 for 131 yards. The Chiefs were 2 of 13 on third down, gave up 5 sacks. KC defense gave up 348 yards with 246 coming through the air. But media reports point to the Lions not playing many starters here. The quarterback rotation looks like Nate Sudfeld, Hendon Hooker, and Jake Fromm. KC will play starters for the first half behind Mahomes. For the second half will be Carson Wentz. I would expect Oladokun and Ian Book maybe to play a half when we get into the third preseason game. We'll see. But we have the Chiefs first string against the Lions backups for the first half. We'll take KC -7. Vikings and Browns NFL pick here for Saturday. Minnesota beat Las Vegas 24-23 last week at home. J.J. McCarthy suffered a knee injury, out for the season. Sam Darnold 4 of 8 for 59 yards. Jaron Hall 7 of 16 for 63 yards. The Vikings accumulated 452 yards in the game, 142 rushing, 7.6 yards per carry. They did give up 308 yards to the Raiders with 188 yards through the air. Cleveland, they fell to Green Bay at home 23-10. Dorian Thompson-Robinson 14 of 18 passing, 134 yards. Jameis Winston 4 of 5 for 30 yards. Veteran Tyler Huntley connected on 6 of 9 passes, 41 yards. The run game generated only 2.7 yards a carry. Cleveland did finish with 244 yards. They did allow 375 yards to the Packers and 220 through the air, 155 on the ground, 4.6 yards a carry. But Kevin O'Connell reported earlier in the media that this week that Sam Darnold was unlikely to play. There is a battle for the backup position between Nick Mullins and Jaron Hall. The starters sit for Cleveland. Dorian Thompson-Robinson will be the starter. Tyler Huntley backs up, and reports are that Winston does not play here. A lot of the offense for in the Vikings game here for the Vikings came from J.J. McCarthy, who is out for the season. Both teams are going deep into their quarterback rotation here in terms of playing time. Playing Minnesota and Cleveland under 34.5. Cardinals and Colts NFL pick. Here we go for Saturday. Arizona comes off the 16-14 home defeat in New Orleans. Clayton Tune went 15-24 for 163 yards and a touchdown. Desmond Ridder hit 4 of 9 passes for 43 yards. The Cardinals had success on the ground with 145 yards rushing, 4.7 yards a carry. Arizona did give up 286 yards to the Saints with 185 coming through the air. Indy lost at home to Denver 34-30. Anthony Richardson saw limited work, going 2 of 4 for 25 yards. Sam Ehlinger connected on 5 of 6 for 80 yards and a pick. Bean, Slovis, and Flacco also saw work in this game, combining for 10 of 16 for 118 yards and a touchdown. But Indy gave up 410 yards to the Broncos offense with 279 yards passing. These teams met in joint practices this week. Neither team will play starters. Backup quarterback Joe Flacco will not play. Ridder and Clayton Tune are expected to play for Arizona as they compete for the backup job behind Kyler Murray. Sam Ehlinger and Keenan Slovis are the two quarterbacks seen in action for the Colts. The battle for the backup in Arizona, the key here. Ridder has lots of experience. Indy defense, the concern in preseason. Play Arizona +1. Seahawks and the Titans NFL pick for action on Saturday. Seattle comes off the 16-13 road win at the Chargers. Sam Howell saw extended time, going 16-27 for 130 yards and a touchdown. P.J. Walker 4 of 10, 60 yards. Seahawks rushed for 157 yards 4 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Chargers 198 yards, 2 of 13 on third down. Tennessee gets past San Francisco 17-13 a week ago. Mason Rudolph 10 of 17, 126 yards. Malik Willis 5 of 7 passing, 38 yards, with Will Levis hitting 4 of 5 for 35 yards. The Titans finished with 336 yards for the game. Defensively, they gave up 286 yards to the 49ers, 219 through the air. The teams met in joint practices this week. Seattle's expected to rest starters. Tennessee will sit starters. Malik Willis will get the start. Mason Rudolph is ahead of Willis on the depth chart as the number 2 quarterback. Sam Howell and P.J. Walker are the 2 quarterbacks for Seattle. Rudolph has starting experience in his time with the Steelers. Prefer the Titans quarterback situation here, with Willis a threat with his legs as well to extend drives. Play Tennessee +1. Jets and the Panthers NFL pick. This one here on Saturday. New York comes off the 20-17 home win to Washington. Adrian Martinez 6 of 10 for 104 yards. Andrew Peasley 8 of 11 throws, 73 yards. Veteran Tyrod Taylor attempted 2 passes. They rushed for 4.1 yards a carry. They allowed the Commanders 331 yards with 212 coming through the air. Carolina was defeated at New England 17-3. Jack Plummer 11 of 21 passing for 86 yards. Jake Luton went 7 of 9 for 38 yards. Panthers had just 151 yards for the game, 2 of 14 on third down. On defense, they allowed 274 yards to the Patriots with 161 passing yards. Both teams competed in joint practices. Aaron Rodgers expected to sit the preseason. Third stringer Jordan Travis is out. New York has 2 quarterbacks for this game, Tyrod Taylor and Andrew Peasley, the 4th stringer. Adrian Martinez is also an option, by the way. Carolina has been quiet about their starters playing here. The backup quarterback behind Young, Andy Dalton, Jack Plummer, and Jake Luton. Peasley, though, is a running-style quarterback. The Panthers' offense has performed poorly in the preseason now for the past 2 seasons. Take New York here at a pick. Bills and the Steelers NFL pick. This one here on Saturday. Buffalo drops a 33-6 home decision to Chicago. Josh Allen attempted 3 passes in the opener. Mitch Trubisky connected on 10 of 18 passes for 82 yards. Zane Bouchel went 6 of 10 for 43 yards and a pick. The Bills ended with only 200 yards. They allowed 340 yards to the Bears with 199 passing yards and 4.7 yards per carry on the ground. Pittsburgh fell 20-12 at home to Houston. Kyle Allen 17 of 23 passing, 193 yards. Justin Fields 5 of 6 for 67 yards. The Steelers finished with 344 yards, but only 2 of 9 on third down. They held the Texans to 255 yards for the game, 175 passing. Teams met in joint practices on Thursday. Starters are expected to see some action for Buffalo. The available quarterbacks for Buffalo behind Allen are Mitch Trubisky and Ben DiNucci after injury to Shane Bouchel. Pittsburgh starters will play 4 drives. Russell Wilson to start at quarterback. The backs are Justin Fields, Kyle Allen, and John Rhimes Plumlee. There is a battle between Fields and Allen for that backup spot. Expect a bounce back from the Steelers. Is Tomlin not happy with last week's performance? Tomlin 40-25 straight up in the preseason. Play Pittsburgh -1. Commanders and the Dolphins NFL pick for action on Saturday. Washington drops a 20-17 road decision at the Jets. Jaden Daniels 2 of 3 passing for 45 yards. He's looked good also during practice this week. Sam Hartman 8 of 13, 83 yards. Veteran Jeff Driscoll saw work hitting 7 of 15 for 87 yards. They did finish with 331 yards. Defensively, the Commanders allowed 292 yards to the Jets, 174 passing yards. Miami defeated Atlanta at home 20-13. Skylar Thompson saw work 8 of 19 passing, 95 yards and a touchdown with a pick. Mike White was ineffective. Dolphins rushed for 144 yards, 4.1 yards to carry. Miami held Atlanta 226 yards, 2 of 17 on third down. The teams participated in joint practice on Thursday. 2 backup quarterbacks are out for Washington, Mariota and Hartman. Trace McSorley was signed this week. Media reports point to starters playing some here. Jeff Driscoll is the other healthy option at quarterback. Starters are expected to see some action from Miami. The backup quarterbacks are Mike White and Skylar Thompson. Driscoll should see some bulk action here for the Commanders and has plenty of regular season experience playing Washington +5. Rams and the Chargers NFL pick here for action on Saturday, we got Rams coming off a win. Last second touchdown pass by Stetson Bennett, and the extra point leads them to a 13-12 win at home. Bennett, 24-38, 224 yards, a touchdown, but 4 interceptions. They finished with 316 yards, going 4 of 14 on third down. The Rams allowed 309 yards to the Cowboys with 216 passing. Chargers drop a 16-3 home decision in Seattle. Easton Stick, 5 of 13 for 31 yards and a pick. Luis Perez, 5 of 12, 61 yards. Max Dugan, 4 of 7, 41 yards. Chargers had only 77 rushing yards, went 2 of 13 on third down. And in this one, they allowed 325 yards to Seahawks, 157 rushing, 4 yards to carry. Now, Sean McVay does not play starters in the preseason. Jimmy Garoppolo remains suspended. Another chance here for third-string quarterback Stetson Bennett to try and move up the depth chart. Justin Herbert, we know, is injured. Chargers backup situation, not the best here. Luis Perez and is battling stick for the backup spot. Max Dugan also on the roster. The Rams have been just plain vanilla in the preseason under McVay. Harbaugh's just trying to improve this Chargers run game. Harbaugh 11-6 to the under in the preseason. Played Chargers and Rams under 33.5. Buccaneers and Jaguars NFL pick for Saturday. Tampa Bay defeated Cincinnati 17-14. Kyle Trask, 12 of 20 passing for 144 yards and an interception. John Wolford contributed 12 of 18 passes for 131 yards. They gained 136 rushing yards with 4.3 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns. They allowed 288 yards to the Bengals with 252 passing yards. Jacksonville comes off a 26-13 win against the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence saw limited work, 3 of 4 passing for 42 yards and a touchdown. Mac Jones, 9 of 11 for 98 yards. C.J. Beathard, 7 of 14 for 125 yards and a touchdown. They allowed 264 yards to the Chiefs, 2 of 13 on third down, collected 5 sacks. The teams conducted joint practices this week. Baker Mayfield and the starters will not play. His backups are Kyle Trask and John Wolford. Each is expected to play a half. Jacksonville head coach Peterson said he wants Mac Jones and C.J. Beathard to each play a half. The Jaguars have the edge of quarterback with both Jones and Beathard with NFL regular season experience. Wolford's been a backup for some time, playing little in the regular season, and frankly has just been ineffective. Play Jacksonville minus 2.5. Cowboys and the Raiders NFL pick 4 action on Saturday. Dallas fell to the Rams last week 13-12. Trey Lance completed 25 of 41 passes, 108 yards. Cooper rushed 2 of 3 for 44 yards. They finished with 309 yards and rushed for 4 yards a carry. On defense, Dallas held LA to 316 yards, 4 of 14 conversions on third down. Las Vegas drops a 24-23 decision at Minnesota. Aiden O'Connell, 7 of 9 passing for 76 yards. Gardner Minshew connected on 6 of 12 throws, 117 yards and a touchdown. Anthony Brown, well, he's been cut. He threw 3 passes last week. Las Vegas rushed for 120 yards with 3.2 yards a carry. On defense, the Raiders gave up 452 yards to the Vikings, 310 yards passing. Dallas sits key starters in the preseason. The backups are Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. Gardner Minshew is expected to start a quarterback with Aiden O'Connell backing up. This is a battle here for the starting job. Rush has NFL experience. And Trey Lance, you remember, he was a 3rd pick in the draft in 2021. He's seen action as well. Las Vegas defense is a massive concern to lay these many points. Play Dallas plus 6.5. All right, that was our NFL preseason pick show here for Saturday. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free NFL picks updated all season long, free picks every day from the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. Hey guys, give us a like and thumbs up on this video. It really helps our channel build up our audience, and we appreciate that. Visit our site, Tony's Picks, for our best plays. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 20% off. Big bankroll bettors at Next Level Service, Executive Service. Call or text 323-607-0203. Also have 15 picks from Major League Baseball for you on Friday. Ramon with WNBA. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.